going on, people? The KO Corner's back. We're on a roll, as I told you we would be. First and foremost, covering the fights last weekend. The Claressa Shields fight was first and foremost. It was a record-setting fight for multiple reasons. She was the first female to not only headline a major card, but to appear on a major premium network. And she had no business. She worked old girl, whoever the opponent was, until there was a stoppage. And I think the third or fourth round, I'm not sure, but from the start, she was just brutalizing her 1-2s, hooks, and the girl basically had no response. She was tough. I will say that, and props to her for even choosing to beat an opponent, basically choosing to be a slaughter, a sacrifice for Claressa's debut. The state showed out for Claressa, showed her much love. It was hype. I mean, Claressa did her thing. She has the state behind her, as well as the box community behind her. She's been a favorite with the KO Corner for a while now. Me and Samish and Ladd and TC have sung her praises pre-Olympics and have rooted for her. And I'm glad to see her in a position now where she can make a better life for herself, because she comes from real disastrous beginnings and humble beginnings, man. Props to Claressa, man. Sky's the limit for her. She could really be an ambassador for women's boxing, and I'm looking forward to it. Moving along to the next fights on Saturday. I didn't get to see the Boo Boo Andrade fight. I'm going to watch the replay and comment on it with the next KO Corner. But yeah, he fought overseas, if I'm not mistaken. But the fights that I did see, was the Curtis Stevens-Lemieux card, and I knew going into this fight it would be a slugfest. Both fighters were basically known for knockout punching power, and it was their chance to rehabilitate their career and put themselves back in prime position for not only more television exposure, but another shot at a belt. So I knew they weren't going to come in here to try to outbox each other or try to take things into the deep water later rounds, and I got basically what I thought I would get. But I was hoping Curtis is tough, man. We got to give him props, man. He shouldn't even be fighting at this weight, in my opinion. But he not only fights big guys, but he fights monster punchers. And he goes in there with his balls to the wall and goes for the kill every time. And this time he got KO'd. It was a brutal KO. And I was hoping he was all right. He laid there for some minutes after. But the reports say he'll be all right. He probably got concussed. But needless to say, he had his moments in the fight, so did Lemieux. And I can't take anything away from Lemieux. The hook he did was so textbook. He just spun right to the side, put it right on the chin, and he just went to sleep, man. And basically almost flew through the ropes and laid there. It was a brutal KO. I didn't want to see Kurt go out like that, but many other people have suggested he fights at a lower weight, but I don't know if he can take the weight off, because at this point in his career, and it is a lot of muscle, but who knows, man. I just want to see him fight. He's a small guy with a lot of muscle, so he makes that weight. But I do want to see him go back down and fight smaller guys, man. Hopefully he can be more successful there. It'll be interesting to see what both of these fighters do moving forward. The last and definitely not least, we have to address the Triple G Danny Jacobs fight. Now, I'm gonna let everybody speak their piece on it. My opinion was, I think Danny Jacobs could outbox him, definitely, and expose him. But the problem I saw with Danny's last fight was he came in there too tense and too eager to take the early round knockout instead of being relaxed, Danny Jacobs, and waiting for the shot. He corrected it, but still, if he shows up tense like that, that could be problem. There could be problems on the horizon for him. But I don't think he will. I think he's real confident. It can go either two ways. Danny could expose him as Kell Brook did, but hopefully he'll stay out the way, unlike Kell Brook. And Triple G won't break his eye socket or hit him to the body and set up a knockout. Either Danny or Triple G could just come in there and roll over him. I didn't realize how much taller Danny was than Triple G. So I don't think Triple G is going to impose his will on Danny. But talking to Stoogs, shout out to Stoogs on BX, he was telling me there were some issues with Danny's conditioning and weight that I didn't know about this week. And that puts a whole new spin on it. Because if he doesn't have the stamina to, let's say the fight does go deep, Danny can always throw a bomb, yes. But if he doesn't have the conditioning, Triple D will knock him out late around like 7 to 8, man. And I could see that happening, or just hurt him. Because Danny is susceptible to being hit with big shots. He even got dropped by Mora. But he came back and I didn't hurt him. But Triple G's a whole nother animal. I just hope, man, everybody's hoping Danny can just pull this off. He deserves it. He's a miracle, man. I've been a fan of Danny before Cass even knew who he was, back when he had the thick braids pre his grandmother's death and cancer, man. He was just knocking dudes out and around until on ESPN. And like Fox cards. He was just on the undercard. But man, I hope Danny can pull this off. But y'all tell me y'all opinion. We will keep this short, basically today. Set up for the mega fight. We're gonna have a huge special after. And we will hopefully have the round table this time. If everybody's schedules coincide. But signing out, KO Corner. Peace.